Hey, I'm Jay Kumar, the Bass Blaster, and this is your Seafoam Top 5 of the Week in Bass Fishing, number 1. Alright, the first Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour event is done, and Chris Lane won it on the Kissimmee Chain in Florida. Chris is a localish dude who just flipped a Bass Pro Shop Sticko, kind of like a Senko, to shallow offshore targets. No forward-facing sonar needed. Now, of course, he did use electronics, and sort of electronics, but notable anyway. He did use the mythical, or no longer mythical, power pole trolling motor. So with the change to the best 5 fish on the Bass Pro Tour this year, did we see a shakeup in who did well in this tournament? Well, of course, it's a little too early to tell, but yes and no.
Whatever do you mean?
Here's what I mean. 4 of the top 10 finishers in this tournament, including the top 3, were not in the top 20 of the Angler of the Year points last year. So that's 4 guys, but on the flip side, 6 of the top 10 were. But one thing's for sure, any speculation that there wouldn't be last-minute drama with the change to 5 fish is not correct, because Chris literally stole it out from under Mark Davis in the last minute. In fact, Chris didn't even know he won.
Congratulations.
So close.
Congratulations.
What?
You are stage 1 champion.
You're kidding me.
No, sir.
You're kidding me.
No, sir.
Looking forward to the next one, man. Number 2.
Alright.
Okay, that's not a bass fishing weigh-in, partly because we don't wear little shorts like that. But anyway, Tyler Rivette was so pumped up about winning his first Bassmaster Elite event on Okeechobee that he kept flexing about it.
We need a real gun show. You've worked hard. Well!
Now, an Okeechobee tournament usually means they're fishing in the lake or maybe in the canals, but Tyler won this one in the Kissimmee River. I don't know if it's ever been done in a major tournament. He was in there crappie fishing for food, and he actually ran across some bass on his live scope, took out his jerkbait, caught some, and it was on. That jerkbait was the Berkeley Stunner, which was designed and actually given to him for this tournament by his good friend Hank Cherry. Now, Tyler said he had to make 50 to 80 casts to roaming fish in current just to have one presentation that was exact enough that a fish would commit to the bait. Is that amazing or what? Big congrats to Mr. Okeechobee. Number 3. That Berkeley Stunner jerkbait has been getting a lot of use in tournaments ever since it was rolled out just in time for Hank Cherry to win the 2021 Classic with it on a bait he designed, his second consecutive Bassmaster Classic on a jerkbait. And for a new bait to now have won 2 tournaments is pretty darn impressive. Tyler actually told me that he caught 80% of all the fish he caught last season on that jerkbait, which is crazy considering all the different places that they go. But with forward-facing sonar, which he loves, and Hank Cherry's jerkbait success, the jerkbaits are kind of undergoing a revival as a category in bass fishing right now. Here's one quick example. Major League Fishing said that 118 fish were caught with a jerkbait over the first 5 days of that Kissimmee Chain Bass Pro Tour tournament. That's a lot of jerkbait fish in pretty much shallow water in Florida. Now, Hank Cherry, who designed the bait with Berkeley hard bait genius Dan Spengler, said that the secret to the Stunner is that it darts and cuts like no other jerkbait he's ever seen. Will it overtake the Mega Bass Vision 110 jerkbait, which is the number 10 tournament bass bait of all time? Will we see a lot more jerkbait fish caught this season? I asked my bud Carl, and he said,
I reckon I'll have me some of the big ones.
all right, number 4.
Let's hear it for California, Skeet Reese.
Skeet Reese is a name every bass fisherman knows, one of the great bass fishermen of all time. He won a Bassmaster Classic, several other tournaments, one of the best known fishermen, no doubt. But here's something I bet none of us knew about Skeet.
When you reach the pinnacle of your sport, how do you mentally stay there? How do you stay focused? How do you stay driven? The fall from that is hard. I went through a really dark process, struggling with depression, battling it. Fishing in fear or living in fear of anything keeps you from growing and trying to be a better angler or person.
Amazing video. I love that Skeet and Grundens did that. It's not every day that you see a guy, let alone an intense top competitor, be that transparent and vulnerable. Skeet's testimony is going to minister to other people for sure. Props to him for doing it. Number 5. Would you Floatzilla? Hey, I had no idea what it was either till BassMaster Elite Series rookie Joey Cifuentes posted this.
Take your general, pop that thing off, cut the blue tail off the end, and then add the Floatzilla floating blue tail. Way more bites like this. Action is unreal.
Yep, it's that simple. You just cut off the end of your stick worm or whatever other bait you want to use. You screw it into the end, and all of a sudden your salty, soft plastic bait, the butt end of it floats. Man, that's got to help with bed fishing, flipping, Carolina rigging, maybe some other stuff too. Only one way to find out. Luckily, it seems like Godzilla is cool with the whole name thing.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just differently sane.
That's all I got for you this week. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Seafoam. Go to bassblaster.com or .rocks to sign up for the juicy BassBlaster email. See you next week. God bless you.